So I've been out here for just a couple minutes. Today I've been having a lot of anxiety. I'm not too sure why. Maybe it's because I've been up late using my laptop. Trying to learn how to do using Photoshop and stuff like that. Things that I've been trying to learn. I think is just remembering 2 years ago. Actually, not 2 years ago, but last year I was doing the same thing. I was like on my computer around this time of the year, learning how to learning how to use Adobe. Watching YouTube videos and stuff like that. So I think it gives me memories. So it makes me automatically think about last year at this time. Last year at this time, I was still going out, leaving my house daily. Stuff like that. But like I mentioned, sometimes a lot of times, with a panic disorder, we try not to think about the past, or we try not to think about what might happen in the future, but some reason we can't stay in the moment. No matter how hard we try. We can be doing something today at this moment that remind us that we couldn't do last year. How we might be able to do it today, and then we might question ourselves: am I gonna be able to do it again tomorrow? Am I gonna be able to do it what I'm doing today next year? Things like that. That's something I struggle with when I started having this panic disorder, but not as much. Not as much as I used to. But it still happens from time to time. It's like my mind is like, don't think about the past, don't think about the future, just stay in the moment. I'd say about 75% of the time I could, 25% of the time I can't. But yeah, today's one of those days. When I woke up today, and I woke up at 6 something, then went back to sleep till 11:30. And then that's when I just started feeling really, really strange for a couple hours, and then I couldn't even eat my dinner. I couldn't eat my lunch. I was feeling, I don't know, just feeling really strange for a couple hours. So I decided right now, I don't even know what time it is. It's like 4 something, almost 5, I think, in the afternoon. So I decided to just come out, and I'm in the swimming pool at the moment. I've been out here for, I don't know, maybe like 15-20 minutes or so, just relaxing. I'm trying to relax, but it's like my mind is like drifting off. It's like I have to pull myself back to this moment right now. But yeah, so like I said, I've been trying to use the computer, and it just, I don't know, something just popped in my mind. It's like, even if I'm doing something such as going on Adobe, Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, whatever, just trying to use it, trying to learn how to use it, just instantly makes me remember of last year, of me using it. Keep in mind, like I said, when you have anxiety, you start thinking about the past, the future. You don't think about the present moment. If you're having a panic attack right now, you're gonna start thinking last year that I had a panic attack at this time. This time last year, is this gonna be worse than my last panic attack? Things like that. And then you're gonna start thinking, okay, next year at this time, am I gonna have a panic attack? Things like that. But like I say, I don't think about that as much as I used to. If I did, I wouldn't be able to just come out here in the swimming pool in my backyard. So that's why every day, you have to try your best to do something positive. If you couldn't leave your house last year at this time, and you could leave your house at this year, and you could leave your house, this time, you keep doing it, then all your memories that you're gonna start thinking about the past is gonna be more towards, last year I couldn't walk out the house. I couldn't leave my house last year, but today I did it. So I'm gonna keep doing that, even if I'm leaving for 5 minutes, just around the block. By you doing that, you're gonna have more of those positive moments. So every time you feel like you have to look back in the past, you're gonna have more positive moments. So if you wake up one day you have a negative thought, then you're gonna start thinking about the past. You might say, but wait, I had a positive moment, so I can do this again. So that's what you have to do. And sometimes I have to remind myself too. If I keep thinking back, like 2 years ago at this time, I was struggling to leave my house. 2 years ago at this time, 2016 at June, I wasn't able to leave my house. My bedroom window was just right there. That's when whenever my girlfriend, my daughter went outside in the swimming pool, all I can do is look out the window. I couldn't even go outside and sit in the pool. But whatever you do in the past, if it's bad, if it's a negative, every day you have to try to do something that's positive. If you're bedridden and you can't use your computer because you feel dizzy or whatever symptom you get when you're sitting down on the computer, then try your best to use the computer even for 5 minutes, and then keep adding one more minute. For me personally, I couldn't use the computer for that amount of time because like I said, I would get dizzy, lightheaded, stuff like that. So when I sat down anywhere away from my bed, I would feel lightheaded. So after a while, I got started using the computer. So I was able to use the computer for a few minutes here, and then finally I was able to use the computer like how I used to use it, for as long as I need to. So all those little things I did would start to turn into from a negative moment to a positive moment. So whenever I try to think of the past, I remember the things I could do that I think I couldn't do. So that's what would help me. So if today's the first day I left my house in a year, I'm gonna think about last year this time, and I'm gonna say, look, I didn't leave my house last year this time, but I can do it this time. So every moment I have to do something positive, even if I'm just staying in my backyard for 15-20 minutes. Because at one point I couldn't even go into my backyard. As crazy as that sounds to some of you guys that might be housebound, but could actually go to your backyard or your front yard, but you can't go any farther than that. But other than that, yeah, I'm just gonna spend a few more minutes in the backyard and go for a walk later on the day. But like I said, you just have to do something positive, and whenever you have a bad day and you try to look back in your past, you might even, if you have a bad day today, you might think about what you did yesterday, and you could say, oh, yesterday I went out, I went for a drive, I went to the store, whatever it is, and then your mind is gonna slowly say, hey, you did something yesterday, you could do it again today. But anyways, that's pretty much it for now, until I go for a walk. And I feel so crappy today.